Hi, everybody. My name is Jennifer Heiselman. I'm with the Illinois Criminal Justice Information Authority, oversee the InfoNet system here, and this training is going to demonstrate how to use the household feature on the domestic violence InfoNet rather, interface. So with that, I will go right ahead and share my screen to demo this for you. We'll be going over creating new households and bringing in clients into a household together, searching for existing households, editing and deleting existing households. And we also have a new field within the household records that I also wanted to demonstrate. And also just want to make sure this is very clear to anybody who is a HUD grantee. If you're receiving any type of HUD grant, whether it's ESG, transitional housing, rapid rehousing. This is going to be really important to start using the households feature in InfoNet. We've had this feature for a long time, maybe even 10 plus years, if I remember correctly. But the new HUD reports that we just deployed at the end of 2023 it contains several tables that counts clients by household. And if you don't use the household feature, it is going to assume each individual client in a family is their own separate household. So just want to drive that home. Let's get into it. Okay, so the households feature is right under the client heading. If I click clients and then I click households, this is where I can access the feature. Um, so let's actually go over searching for existing households first. By default, this list will show me any household that has received service within the last 3 months. That's the default. You can change that search range to whatever dates you would like, or you can use this ranges drop-down menu. If I want to look at all households served over the last 2 years, I can change those dates and search. By the way, this is a dummy domestic violence center that we're in right here, and all the data are dummy data, so none of this is real. Um, but you can see by changing these search dates, I have now a longer list of households, and I can also search by household ID. If I type in GAC here and then search, it will bring up any household that has those characters, or I can list by client ID. Let's see if I have any households with that client in it, and I don't. Okay, so if I put a 1 in there, it's going to show me all the households that have clients with the number 1 in them. So there's different ways you can pull up the household that you need to view or edit. So let's create a new household. And I can do that by simply pressing or clicking this Add New Household button. And the household I'm going to create today includes a mom and 3 children. And the first step is you need to come up with a household ID, a unique alphanumeric, or it could be just letters or numbers, but it has to be a unique ID number for this particular household, for the group. I know who the clients I am going to add are, and they all have that same client ID core, so to speak. If you have a similar numbering system where an adult and children in the same household have the same core client identifier, but maybe their suffixes are different. Like maybe the parent will end in a V and kids will end in C. That is the pattern I'm using for this demonstration. But the point is you need to come up with a unique household number for this family or household. So I know what my clients are, I know what their IDs are, so I'm going to name the household ID to be consistent with that. So I'm going to call it DV household 1, and then I'm going to use this suffix to assign to all my households. This is just a pattern I'm deciding for my program. You can do whatever you like. I like to make sure that any number or alpha character I am looking at, I like to know what it is. So if I see this by itself, I see the hyphen HH, I'm going to know that's a household ID number. Okay, and now once I've created the ID, I'm not going to save it just yet because I haven't added any clients to my household yet. So I'm going to do that now. And there are two ways to add clients to a household. I can simply type in the client's ID number here, make sure their case number and relationship to head of household is also complete, or I can add clients by search. So I'm going to do it first by just adding a new client and typing them in. I know that my mom's client ID number is DV household, and as you type, it will narrow your selection. So I see there's my mom right there, not my mom, but the mom. And I'm going to select her ID number. You want to be careful with case ID. You want to make sure you're selecting the most recent case, because I'm assuming you're creating a household for that case. I only have one case for this person, so I'm going to select case ID 1. And then this is the new field we just deployed at the end of 2023. Relationship to head of household. So this is mom. I'm going to say she is the head of this household. So I'm going to select self in this field. And all of these fields are required in order for you to create a new household. That's why you see the asterisks above each of these fields. Okay, so now I have 3 children to add. So I'm going to click this button, add new client, to make sure there's another row for me in there. And this time I'm going to add clients by search. So if I go ahead and click this button, it is by default going to list all client IDs with a first contact date over the last 90 days that are also not already linked to an existing household. So these are all my freestanding clients, so to speak. And I see here are my 3 kids. So I'm just going to go boom, boom, boom. I've added all 3 of my child clients, and then I can close this. And okay, maybe I shouldn't have created that extra row in there. It would have just created the row for me as I clicked that plus button. So I'm going to get rid of this blank row right here. And okay, so my household contains 4 people. They all have the same core client ID number, which is consistent with the unique household ID number. And I'm going to click save, and hopefully it will, oh, I never filled out the relationship to head of household, which I just emphasized the importance of. Okay, so for my 3 kids, I'm going to enter all of them as they are the child of the head of the household. Okay, that's better. I'm going to click save again. And I have successfully saved my household. So now it's going to count all 4 of these clients as one household. And when I run my HUD reports, I'm going to have an accurate count of not only my 4 clients or individual people that I've served, but also my 1 household that I'm serving. Okay, so let's go back to some other actions you can do with households. Let's go into editing or deleting existing households. Okay, so I'm going to expand my search range here to have a longer view. Maybe I need to go back even further to find what I'm looking for. Okay, here's the household that I just created. This recording date is February 1st, 2024, so it has my creation date there. And okay, I'm going to delete a household. I'm not sure there will be the need to do that very often, but nonetheless, you'll want to know how to do it. So let's say this is a household. I brought two clients in together in a household that are actually not part of the same household, so I want to delete. Now, know that this won't, if I delete this household right here, it's not going to harm the two client IDs that are in this household. All their data is going to stay as is, their services. So you don't have to worry about breaking anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this edit button, and I am going to just click that delete button. Now it cannot be undone, but remember, I'm not deleting clients. I'm just deleting the household that's bringing these two clients together. So I'm going to click yes. And that lab household is no longer there. Let me expand my search again, make sure it's truly gone. And I no longer see that. Okay, I do not see that household record any longer, so it worked. Okay, what about editing? All right, so I see here we have a household that has no clients in it, and apparently it's possible to do that. InfoNet will let you do it, perhaps it shouldn't, but maybe you just want to create the household ID and get it set up so that you can join the client IDs in later. Maybe you don't have the client IDs right in front of you and plan to get them later. This is just a way to make progress toward that task. So let's say I'm ready to bring in those clients. I'm just going to edit. And this household is called Test Save Without Client. Lo and behold. All right, so let's try to add some clients here. I'm going to add, we're going to say this is the adult. And here we have a client with a case 1 and 2. So I'm going to select case 2, self, and then I'm going to add in this 1, 2, 3, 4A. Case 1, we'll say that's a child. And then we're going to add in case 1, 2, 3, 4B and say that's a child. And now I'm going to save and seem to work. Let's go back to our search and see if it's there. Okay, so here's my household test save without client, and these are the 3 clients I've added. Also, remember that a client is only allowed to be in one household. So if I am trying to add, let's pretend I'm trying to add this 1, 2, 3, 4B to my new household. I'm going to edit the household I created for this demo, and I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice how that 1, 2, 3, 4B client is not appearing in this list? It's because it's already linked to another household. So if you run across that, you have to search for the household using the client ID field. It should show the household that contains that client. You want to edit that household and remove. I'm going to just add this client in here to get through this demo portion. Okay, so now I've got this client in here. You want to go in here and you want to click the trash can to remove it, save it, and then you'll be able to add that client into the correct household that you want them in. Okay, so that concludes the training on using the household feature to link clients together as a group. I just want to remind you of a couple consequences if you don't use this feature, particularly if you are a HUD grantee. By default, InfoNet assumes each client is its own household, a one-person household. It will also assume that even if that client is a child, it's going to assume that that child is a single person household and that they are the head of the household. So there is a default. Your HUD reports will still run if you don't use this tool to link your clients together, but that's how the data will appear in your HUD reports. You'll probably have an overcount of the number of households served, because if you're not linking your clients together, it's going to be about the same or the same as the number of clients you're serving. And it's also likely going to show a lot of child heads of households being served, which probably isn't correct. So just be aware of those two things and have at it. Hope you find it easy to use. If you ever have any questions or need assistance with using this feature, please send an email to cja.infonethelp, all one word, @illinois.gov. And before I close, I want to show you our public website. We will be posting trainings on this website. It's infonet.icja.illinois.gov. And if you click on the resources tab up here at the top, user info and resources, you will see recorded trainings right in this section where it now says coming soon at the time of this recording. So hopefully that is going to change and you'll see links to different trainings you'll be able to click on. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.